Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel and my walkthrough of Dying Light 2. So we've gotten quite far in this game, I think. At least I feel like it. So we've just made it to the PK's main base, their ship, where all of their operations are done. And AITOR was brought here on a stretcher, and I saw a side mission pop up, so we're going to see what we can do for him. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to start with his mission. The peacekeepers found AITOR badly injured. Okay. Learn more about AITOR's condition. Cool. Let's do that. Where is he? Because last time we saw him, he was flat, face first on the ground.
I'm around if you need me.
This must be the infirmary.
No, Stephen. No filthy herb grubber will decide my husband's fate. Is that why you got a medical degree? To go running to quacks for magic cures?
Listen, we don't have medicine. Herbs are our only chance.
My husband has fought for you for years. You must get medicine for him, not some herbs that might poison him. Time to go, kids.
How is he?
AITOR is strong, but he needs medicine, and that, unfortunately, we don't have. We did the best we could with what we have. After the chemical attack, some plants gained healing properties. They work like an antibiotic. But still, people here have strong opinions about healers, but you can hardly blame them. The folk healers give sound advice, but it can prove difficult to follow correctly. Misremember something, gather the wrong herb, or use the wrong dosage, and instead of medicine, you administer poison. Which has happened plenty.
Because if somebody messes up one of the steps of the recipe, it could kill him.
Exactly. But it's enough to listen carefully to the healer's instructions and follow them. The herbalist I know, she's talented. She's AITOR's only hope.
And what's his wife's problem?
Superstitions die hard. Margaret has helped many people everywhere. Some just don't want to admit it.
Think I can help?
You'd be doing us a big favor. What happened in Old Villador is terrible. We've lost so many people. As far as I know, AITOR is our only witness.
So if he dies, we don't find out what happened there.
Exactly.
Where can I find this healer?
On COVID Island. Don't worry. You can trust Margaret.
Alright, let's go and find this healer.
Pretty good. But now, I'm not so sure.
Well, let's see what this guy's selling. Hot potato, other art.
Well, look what... Ready to serve ya.
Buy back. Buy. Sports bow. DIY grenades. Nope. Let's just buy some
A
of this
sound
stuff.
choice. Thanks for that, mister. Let me wrap that in newspaper for you. Enjoy your treasures.
today, I thought our chances against renegades were pretty good. But now,
Bet I got just
I'm
what
not so
you need.
sure.
Alright. Let's head out this door if we can. Talk to Margaret. Alright, we'll jump up on this building. Oh wow. They don't need us in that fight. Run and jump. I did not mean to do this, but that worked out. Oh, they didn't really push too far. Alright. So recently things here that should help us run up buildings. Oh wow. What's that? That's an interesting find. Oh, this place. Is it this place? Yeah. Okay, we know this place. Okay, let's go talk to her.
It's an emergency. Somebody there?
Who's there?
I have a man in dire need of a healer.
Shh. She's asleep.
Will she be awake soon? It's an emergency.
Margaret needs to rest. She's running herself into the ground because of those damned renegades.
Okay, I understand. But this really is an emergency. Please wake her up. A man's life is in danger.
It better be. If I find out he just has a hangover, I'll wake her up. But you'll still have to wait. Haven't seen you before. How'd you know where to find us?
From the Peacekeepers.
Then you've come to the wrong healer. Get out. Haven't you all made her suffer enough?
Do we have a visitor, Gerard? I'll be there in a moment.
It's a peacekeeper.
Well, I'm not a peacekeeper. I'm only trying to help one.
All the same to me.
Let him in, Gerard.
I'm just a messenger. A doctor sent me. His name's Stephen.
Doctors shun folk healers these days. Using a folk remedy would harm his reputation.
It already has. He sent me to you against the wishes of the man's family.
And who is the dying man?
His name's AITOR. He's a high-ranking officer.
Margaret, don't. If something goes wrong, you'll be blamed again.
But if this goes well, perhaps it's a chance to help more people.
Does this mean you'll help me?
I'm out of the herbs you need, but I can tell you where to find them. You'll be looking for a flower called the recluse. It thrives in soil soaked in toxic sludge. You will be able to pick it up safely only at night, when its petals glow. But it's not enough to simply pick it willy-nilly. Only the small petals have the healing qualities. Beware of the big ones. They contain deadly poison. Can you remember that?
Small petals heal, big ones poison. I'll remember.
We'll regret this. I assure you.
Hey, Lawan, I need your help.
Small petals.
What's up?
I'm looking for an herb. It's called the recluse.
Oh, yeah. I'm familiar with it. I think those funny flowers grow by the canal, north of All Saints Bridge. That's where I'd look.
It's a lead.
And actually, I'd wait until night.
Oh, thanks.
Ciao.
Are you serious? Who do we have here? I can see you, motherfucker. It's on now, motherfucker.
Goodbye. Oh wow, they're level 5. I'm level 3.
Coming for ya.
Oh.
Well, fuck, didn't expect to run into strangers here.
Now I need to find a safe point. Okay, is there a safe point up here? I think it is. Okay, it's just trying to get there now. There we go.
It's just a uniform. It's nothing. Just let me go.
Okay, what's up here? Oh, windmill. Cool. This means that if I can capture this windmill, we've got a safe point here and we can sleep. Bust this open. Okay, cool. Ah, I see how this goes already. We've got to whoosh our way up there, I'd say. There we go, whoosh, whoosh. There we go. Managed to whoosh that in one go, that was good. To unlock. She's talking about unlocking. How do you go to that, oh, that's what I'm looking for. Form and night. Okay. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a big mistake. Revive at dusk. There we go. Now we've got to get these petals from these special parts. Is that not them?
Inhibitor container detected.
Here we go. It's not time yet. Why don't you leave me grab them? did say shiny petals, right? Is this one? Have to have the light off. Okay, now we're on down. I swear it's dark. What's happening? I'm just gonna go up here again. And just go in here and sleep. Wait until morning. No, it is. So it is nighttime. So it's one of the plants down there that I have to pick. Oh, so I had to like just relaunch the area, I guess. Decide whether to use the medicine to treat up. Let's go and treat AITOR. I didn't actually know you could jump onto these like that for the longest time. Jump up here. Jump through.
Until today, I thought our chances against renegades were pretty good. But now...
Alright, let's go and save him.
I know you don't like it, but I got a favor to ask.
Howdy, soldier.
Probably something with that redhead. How'd it go?
Listen, I'm innocent!
Why so sensitive?
Because my boy... There is.
if he was
Goddamn
invincible.
renegades attacking the
It's hard to
canteen now.
Okay.
How's the patient?
He's starting to wake up. Thank you for your help. You can go.
Wait, what's going on here? You went to the witch, didn't you? To this Margaret.
She gave me herbs that might help him. She's not a witch.
There's no such thing as witches. That's superstition.
Superstition. Witchcraft is a crime.
Please, just calm down.
What's happening?
We're losing him. Aiden, give me those
I
herbs.
forbid it. Keep that witch's poison away from
I
him.
can give him an injection to stabilize him, but it won't last long.
Did you tell her who the medicine was for? She killed his men. She should have hanged for that, but Jack Mack had AITOR burn her eyes out instead.
What?
Did you tell her? She'll have given you poison, I guarantee it.
Aiden, give me the herbs, damn it.
Wait, I need to check with somebody.
Make it fast.
Hey, Luan, you there?
Aiden? What's going on?
Do you know anything about recluse petals?
Petals? There was something... Wait, Frank told me once. Some were medicinal.
Which ones?
The small ones. The small ones heal. That's what I remember.
Thanks. I was afraid someone might have misled me.
Aiden, what's going on?
I'll tell you later. Sorry.
So, what are we gonna
The
do?
small ones. I give A to small ones.
How is he?
It appears the medicine is as effective as I'd hoped. He needs his rest. We should all leave him be.
I won't be far.
It looks like you had Margaret pegged. She didn't want to poison him after all.
Yes, seems that way.
How long will it take for him to recover?
Days, weeks. He's strong and otherwise in good health, so days is a likely scenario. As long as he's allowed to rest.
I'm sure his family will want to be by his side.
Awesome.
I hope Peter survives. He's one of our
Rage
most
booster
dedicated
blue.
men.
Is that a UV light that you get? Select. UV flashlight. Oh, awesome. That's going to come in handy.
Can I help you?
Matt told me to see you.
Yes, he wanted me to give you this. A little reward for helping us peacekeepers. A UV flashlight. Could come in handy.
Thanks. He said something about a plan?
The VNC tower. Now that the lights are on, we can use the TV antenna to broadcast our call for mobilization. But first, we need to get to the top. And that's a long road. What do you want to know?
Tell me more about this radio station on the tower.
It's the tallest building in Villador. It was once a symbol of the city's greatness. Now, a symbol of its fall.
How do you say that?
That antenna could bring the city together once more. But anyone who goes up there trying to fire it up, guess what happens?
Nothing good, I bet.
Damn right. The city's potential shining beacon is a death trap. We're hoping it'll be different this time. We're gonna light it up with UV lamps.
What makes it so dangerous?
A volatile nest inside, so we think. It's the biggest dark zone around. Once, Night Runners tried to take it over. They wanted to use the antenna to connect all the separate groups of survivors, give the people some hope. But they never even got close to the antenna. And in the end, the Night Runners were wiped out.
Wait, wiped out? You mean every last Night Runner?
That's the problem. Frank had it all carefully planned. But for his plan to have worked, he'd need everyone. All hands on deck.
And that didn't happen?
Not everyone believed in the plan. So there was a rift. Frank thought they'd come around in time, but not everyone came around after all. The plan went to shit. It was horrifying. Those who heard the Night Runners' screams on the radio that night still have nightmares about it.
What happened to the group that refused to join the mission?
Split up, drifted apart. Whoever led the descent was branded a traitor. And the Night Runners faded into a shameful memory after that. We shouldn't waste time on the past. We need our heads in the game, here and now.
Who was your father? A hero of some kind?
Ugh, this again? Since you're new here, I'll tell you the short version. Classic story. Saved a bunch of his fellow soldiers. Got a medal.
When was this?
Long time ago. Back when people were only fighting each other and not each other and the infected at the same time.
Interesting. Better get back to the plan, though, right?
Right.
Oh, well, let's
Okay, let's get going. Are the lights in place?
They would be, if Juan from Supplies would just do his job for once.
I take it that he didn't.
He's been playing hide and seek the last few days, and he's late. Getting on my nerves. So look in on Juan first. See what his deal is. And when you do find him, kick him in the ass. Tell him it's from me. Go.
UV flashlight. Blueprint. Oh, cool. Still got one of those UV bars, eh? You've received a UV flashlight, allows you to repel a weaken, especially vulnerable. Okay. When it zeros, you have to wait. Yeah, that makes sense. It'd be pretty overpowered if you can just blast them constantly with it. So I'm gonna go to a craftmaster to see how much it costs to upgrade it, because
I got a favor to ask.
I already know that this is going to be a very important thing. Oh, I'm literally running past the mission though. Gather... Oh, nah, we'll just quickly do this first anyway.
Having the power back on will change the tide of the war. I hear the PK engineers are working on alarms and electric traps.
Impressive selection, right?
Upgrade. Weapon mods, consumables, Night Runner tools. Oh, you need military tech.
PK is gonna envy your purchases, that's for sure.
The Butcher is our greatest enemy.
Can I ask
We're
for a
responsible
favor?
for the Black Monday bombings and the death of 2 million people.
Well, alright, fine. You wouldn't agree anyway.
Due to the recent increase in renegade activity throughout the central loop, the peacekeepers remind you to follow. Oh, remind you of the following.
Okay,
Right.
not too long. This is urgent.
Gotta tell you something.
Oh, there's a craftmaster down here. must be who we're going to. Oh, this is cool. I've never actually been down to this part of the ship. Did not even know it existed. Craftmaster workshop quarters. Okay. Workshop. Craftmaster.
You look like you could use, you name it, it's yours. More where that came from if you need them. Oh man, what you can do with that.
Just buy everything.
You got some motherfucking great taste. Hope to do business with you again.
Yeah, very excited about the UV lamps.
Looking for Juan Raynor.
You don't appear to be on a schedule.
It's urgent. The commander sent me.
So Monsieur Jacques sends you?
Jacques?
Jacques Mat. Monsieur Reyna is not here. I can take a message.
No, I need to talk to him in person. Where is he?
Unfortunately, I can't help. Monsieur Reyna's whereabouts are no one's business. Wait if he must. Anything else?
Matt's not gonna be happy.
Juan is not particularly concerned with the little major's feelings. Do come again.
In the Juan?
Hayden, getting settled in the city?
Working on it. Meyer and Jack sent me to Supply. Interesting bunch. Not like any of the other PKs I've met.
That might be because they're not PKs, Eagle Eye. Business is their true faith.
I see. Anyway, I can't track down their boss.
Juan? He likes to make himself scarce. Probably lurking around the fisheye.
The canteen?
The slick bastard's even got his own table there. Bribes the cook to bring him off-menu goods. He lives like the fall never took place.
I'll look for him there.
Good luck finding him. And good luck if you do find him.
Where's that elevator that we saw? Is it here? Yeah, here it is. Let's see where this takes. Good shipping. Alright. Oh, it takes us right by our stuff. Okay, let's get out of this place.
I'm being jailed for my innocence. See your first timer, you think. Nobody here gives a shit about your screaming. Met an inspector who wants to front, you'll see. Yeah, sure.
Today, I know you thought our chances to get away. I got a favor to ask.
Now, probably something with that redhead. How'd it go?
So we're going to the fisheye. Insane. Is there even fast travel in this game?
I heard about Rose withdrawal from the island. I hope Matt knows what he's doing.
400 meters. Alright, where are we up?
Aiden.
Matt? What's up?
I wanted to officially thank you. AITOR's back on his feet. If it wasn't for you, he'd still be in a coma. Or worse.
I'm glad he's better.
Me too. Only he knows what happened in old Villador. And soon, thanks to you, I'll know as well. Over and out.
jumping. What happened? I pulled my chute. I pulled my chute. That made no sense to me. Oh well. Oh, this is another GRE place. Hospital, maybe?
Inhibitor container detected.
Just one of these buildings. Ah, here we go. Fish eye right here.
I got plenty to offer, honey.
Why do you say that?
I worried less back then.
Juan Raynor?
You lost, man? We didn't call for a waiter.
I've got orders to find you. From Meyer and the commander. And my name's...
I know who you are, Aiden. After that bang-up with the Renegades, half the canteen wants to name their most precious offspring after you. Including Vinny here. But you interrupted our meal. State your purpose in one sentence, then please, make yourself scarce.
Oh, you know perfectly well why I'm here. The UV lamps. Meyer says you owe the Peacekeepers a delivery.
And you think your barking will make an impression on me? The lummox in Chief Jack thinks he can scent his terrier, and everyone will wet themselves in terror. But what can I expect? He can't tell the difference between champagne in a crystal chalice or water from a dog's bowl. He hasn't an ounce of refinement. Isn't that right, Vinny?
I don't know.
Don't be afraid. It's not like Jack is gonna march in and have you hanged. At least not now. Vinny. When will you grow a spine? You want my attention, Aiden? Show me you deserve it. What can you offer me?
Look, I could help you out as easily as I'm trying to help Matt.
I don't doubt that. I've heard you were a pilgrim. But you're new here. Smashing the skulls of a few peasants doesn't mean everyone wants to lift you up on their backs. You have to be more subtle with people. Everyone has their own desire, their own price. Your pitch just isn't working for me quite yet. Try again.
Mm-hmm. How about a court-martial? Matt can do that, right?
A court-martial? You have no idea who you're talking to, do you? Who would hash out the contracts with the suppliers? Who would feed the army, provide it with weapons and clothing? A week without me, and the Peacekeepers will be left with nothing. Supply is everything. Try again, man. And don't improv this time. You've used up all your time. Didn't pique my interest.
Look, what is it you want, Juan?
Like they used to say, if you gotta ask the price, you can't afford it. turning to more pressing matters.
And?
What should we try next?
Did you make headway with the pompous ass?
Never met a guy quite like him before.
I told you. Come see me back at my place. We'll talk.
I don't talk to PK snitches.
We need to resolve this amicably. We can't let the situation become violent.
Alright, let's head back to
about
her house.
violence to get what they want.
My sister found some old tapes inside the the other day.
Who told you that? Francis himself, I bet. I wouldn't trust him any more than his brother.
You talked to the people who talked?
I don't know, she lived here.
Let me guess. He scarfed down 5 horses and had a hot young woman at his side.
A young man, but the rest is accurate.
He's a piece of work, all right.
Well, I need him to get back to work. Jack needs UV lamps and Juan's dragging his feet.
That'll be tough. Juan barely listens to Jack, so he'll be an even tougher audience for you. He has his own men and power base, and he loves rubbing Jack's nose in that.
And what can I do about that?
Same as everyone else. Bribe him. He likes fine art, antiques, expensive shit from before the fall. When he sees something that used to be valuable, he can't stop himself. 0 self-control.
All right, where can I find something like that?
I heard of an old Polish guy who lived in a penthouse by Liberation Passage. They say he was an art collector. You can try his place. You can only get there via paraglider. That's why there's a chance something's left. I'll be on the radio and guide you to him.
What about you, huh? Going on a hunt?
No, a party. It's Danier's birthday, but you never know when a guest list will overlap with a hit list. Why don't you come and have a drink with us when you're done with Juan?
I don't think Danier likes me.
He doesn't like anybody. We'll be in touch.
I really want to get a crossbow. I wonder when we're gonna get one of those.
Just make me sick.
Inhibitor container detected.
Oh, come on. It's like Battlefield 4 all over again. How do you use that again? Equip the accessory to a quick slot. Oh, okay, okay. It's one of these. Wrong button.
Inhibitor container nearby.
Ah, pressing the wrong button. Let's try this. Stuff it. Do it the old-fashioned way. What's in here? Like that, got my hammer. Just one.
I don't want to turn into one of those things, man.
I got a parkour level just for helping. Oh,
Thought I was a goner till you showed. Here.
Fire resistant booster. Okay. Well, that was worth doing that. Let's see what skills we can get. Quickly while climbing, get ledges more higher quicker. Or maybe tic-tac or wall run into longer combos. Yeah, I think that one's gonna come more in handy. Oh, am I gonna make it? Yep. Let's get up high. Okay, there's two, so should help us. Oh, that didn't really help much. Oh, I thought that's meant to like slingshot you. That hardly did anything.
Inhibitor container detected.
Oh, that was good. And up here. Wow, I like that.
Inhibitor container detected.
Run and jump. Oh, okay. Oh, I get it now. So, she did say that the only way to get there is with glider.
Luan? There's nothing left in here.
Daniel said it's a virgin spot. Keep looking.
Looks like no stuff here at all. What's this? That door's locked. It's the piano. Oh, I didn't see that. Sorry, but there seems there isn't room for you in the helicopter after all. I'll try to send another, don't worry. I had to save the collection.
He took his paintings, but no room for Jessica. One romantic son of a bitch.
What a nice person.
Voice message from 5:36 p.m. Mr. Bukowski, your transport is en route to you. The art collection should be on the roof already. Soon as the chopper is over the city, we'll call again.
Luan, I think I found his stash. A helicopter was coming for this guy. They sent everything to the roof. I'm headed there to look.
Good luck.
Alright, hopefully it's all on the roof.
Ah, fuck. There aren't any paintings left. Everything's been destroyed. Hey, Luan? Found our collector, but no sign of his collection. Luan? Hey, you there?
Jesus, Aiden. I told you I was leaving.
Okay, quick thing. Nothing here except for a bottle of whiskey and one of vodka. At least the whiskey's the good stuff.
Juan likes a good whiskey. Maybe if you get him shit-faced, he'll loosen up, so to speak.
So he's still in the canteen?
I saw him leaving. Seemed to be heading back to the ship, probably to his quarters.
Okay, I'll go there.
And listen, that vodka, Daniel is a big fan. If you're planning to drop by, which you probably aren't, but if you really want to get to know this city, this is the way. Just saying.
Attend Daniel's party option number 2. Okay, yeah, we'll attend the party. Why not? It's not too far away. Alright. Oh, that was lucky. I thought I was dead there. Unknown location. Dark hollow.
Good.
That perk is so good to be able to jump like that. I should be able to jump onto that ledge there now. Sorry, go like that. And like that. Yep.
Frank is one handsome fella. It's a shame he's such a booze hound.
Where do you think we'll be? I don't even know how we went there. Come on.
Happy birthday, Daniel.
Oh, so you have come after all.
Here, A little something to celebrate another year on the planet.
What do you want from me, Gajo?
What do you mean?
What do you need? Why the gift all of a sudden?
But the Juan said it's your birthday, so I thought you...
I understand the concept of a birthday gift. ¿Tú quieres a dinner wall?
Yeah, okay, listen. Happy birthday.
Lost the bet. But at least I have something to cheer me up.
A bet?
Never mind. Lavon is at the bar.
Aiden! You came!
You invited me. Didn't you want me here?
Let me get a bottle so you can catch up with us.
Hey, Ro? Off duty, hmm?
Listen, you know how stressful things can be sometimes. You get your orders, they don't make any sense. You're fighting the clock to get shit done.
Oh, I feel you. Trust me.
So, you made it. Luan won.
Who won? Is this about some bet?
Yeah, with Daniel. She was sure you'd come. Him, not so much. It's almost as if it mattered to her. That's unusual.
Here, Aiden. Drink. Nicholas's finest booze. We were about to play a game.
No, Luan, we weren't. Come on.
I'm out.
Yeah, count me out. Too drunk already.
A bunch of losers. Aiden, are you playing?
Okay.
What game?
Don't bother. You'll just end up really drunk and humiliated.
Aiden, the longer we talk, the more time we give this grump to back out. You in or out?
Bugger it, let's go.
Okay, let's do it.
My man! Rules are simple. You either answer an awfully personal question about yourself, or you must perform the dare.
Okay, wait, so if I don't want to answer the question, I get to pick the dare.
You wish.
We decide whether it's a truth or dare. If you don't do as you're told, you drink. So, have you slept with anyone in Villador?
No.
Are you for real?
Maybe the guy has standards. Fall in love first and all that crap.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Not everyone is like you, Ro.
Okay, your turn. I want to hear you play.
Fuck off.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'll drink. Forget about it.
You play an instrument.
Never mind. I drank. Moving on.
She used to play the ukulele.
Really?
Guys, moving on. Aiden, you play for Ro, and I dare you to ask Ro to sing. It's awful.
Truth. I look at you and I wonder, who were you before all this?
Good call. We really didn't want to hear him sing. Believe me.
Who was Ro before he became a tough-as-nails peacekeeper?
A father and a husband.
You were a father?
I lost my kids at the beginning of all this. I tried to save them. I almost did, but at the end, I was the only one who survived. Now I'm alive, with regrets.
How did they... Infected?
Worse. People. A group of raiders, typical bandits at the time, tried to take our food. I wasn't gonna stand idle and give up everything we had. I had to defend my family. I was proud. Stupid. Outnumbered.
I didn't... For the follow-up.
Okay, enough of this. Anything you want to ask the Master Assassin here? I always wondered about that hit list.
Shut up, Ro. It's not your turn.
Oh yeah, the hit list. How did it start?
With a bastard who had to pay for what he did. It started with one. Then there was another one. And then a whole bunch of them.
But who was the first one?
That's another question. Drink.
No, he's just making you answer the first one.
Who cares what he asked? It started way before that. When I escaped from Waltz. Frank helped me. He showed me that there's something else I can do with all my anger. Back then, I thought I'd join them. Be a night runner someday. Who was I kidding? They were wiped out at the VNC tower. Frank lost almost everyone. The night runners fell. Frank started to drink. Gave up on life. On himself. So, I'm not a night runner. But at least I have my list. Good night.
Did I ask the wrong question?
That's the beauty of this game, Pilgrim. Sooner or later, you get to the wrong question. I'll see you soon, I guess.
Gajo, here you are. Thank you. Thank you for the vodka. Thank you. Let's drink. For me, and another year in this shithole. You're not the worst, you know.
Are you finally warming up to me?
Nah, it just means there are worse assholes. And that I'm drunk. Where's Levan? I saw her with you.
Now we played the game, and I asked the wrong question. How the hit list started.
Gajo. You got her thinking about the past. Listen, and I'm not telling you this because I like you. I don't even fucking know why I am telling you this. But never ask Levan about her past. You get it? Good. Now, get lost. It's my birthday.
Best prices in town, sweetie.
I keep telling everyone we should get you ready. At least this small. Well, Senior Anton.
Okay, let's head back to PK's camp.
They lose it, that to buy it with much care. Believe me, you are not. You are marvelously changed. Now, I hope.
Let's get nice and high. Okay. Let's take the right side. That looks like a easier side to deal with.
Inhibitor container detected.
Oh, they actually have those guns here.
You still don't remember who attacked you? Can you walk now?
Must be their territory then. Alright, here we are. Alright guys, so I'm going to end it right here. And we'll get back to it tomorrow. If you liked this episode, please like and subscribe.